Hi everyone, Jasper here. Welcome to the show. Thank you for watching again. I'm here with Thaamir Moerat. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. I recently was a guest speaker at one of Thaamir's speaking events, Talk to Sales, and I told him I'm gonna switch around my interview a bit today because I want to start with the morning rituals and daily habits because that was my talk on that day. And since that event, I actually saw him again. I saw the freshness in his eyes, and he told me he was actually starting incorporate some of the morning rituals.
19 days straight, yeah.
19 days straight. So let's jump into that morning rituals, and tell me what have you done to change, and what did you change?
I think before you came to speak at my conference and seeing you speak, I remember I told you that it actually hit home for me because I've been a chronic sleeping pill user. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm busy. You have a insane lifestyle where you're always just up and your mind's always working. So I fell into the sleeping pill habits, and since listening to your talk, I decided to put mind over matter and go cold turkey, stop sleeping pills immediately. And everybody always says that don't do that, you've got to phase it out. But my approach was, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, or I'm not going to, because when I phase it out, I just fall into heavier doses. I tried it before. So like I said, it's been 19 days straight. Started my gym routine again in the morning. Not there yet, but it's getting there. Started my gym routine again. So what I took from you was that the freshness of the mental and psychological health that you need to put yourself into when you get amount of sleep and you're a morning person. So I used to be a guy who works right through the night, and I sleep when I can and I work when I can. But I see now the importance of actually being part of that 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock club. And yes, it's becoming difficult because you just got off sleeping pills, and now you've got to try and sleep naturally.
There's a whole process for you.
There's a process. Yes. So certain times I fall asleep at 11 and I'm up at 5. Then there are times that I fall asleep at 3 and I'm up at 11. This morning I fell asleep at 5 o'clock and I woke up at 10. So I got 5 hours sleep. So I think it's a process. Yes, it's difficult because you certain nights you're hallucinating because you're like a drug addict getting clean. But it's 19 days, and everybody says that it takes 3 weeks to break a bad habit. So hopefully in the next 2 or 3 days the habit would be broken.
So it actually takes you 21 days to get through that real toughness, and then it takes you a total of 66 days to really form a habit.
Yeah.
So the first 21 days, you're on 19 days now.
I'm on 9. This is the 19th day.
So the first 21 days is going to be really hectic.
Yeah.
And from there you actually start really forming your habit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's great, and I could actually see. I mean, I could see the redness in his eye the morning
starting
of
to
the talk, and now it's actually clean.
Yeah.
So and it's fresh. So it's well done for doing that.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Well, let's say well done in a week's time when the 21 days are done. Because I promise you, Jasper, there are times where in this 18 days, if I can be open about it, there was probably 3 nights that I was driving around looking for a sleeping pill. Like I would drive to Rudeberg Pharmacy, they close at 10. And I would watch and I would think that I'm going to need it tonight. So 9:45, I would take a drive past Rudeberg and I would actually like sit there and stare, looking that should I go and get sleeping pills. And then you put mind over matter and you push through and you decide to go for a run, or you know what I mean, I've got a gym at my house, try and just work out and get tired. But it's tempting. It's like a druggie driving to find his dealer at night looking for a fix. That's how it feels.
Yes.
So it has been tough. I mean, people recommend that if you want to detox from this, you should actually go to rehab.
Yes.
If it's that bad, but luckily I didn't need that, so yeah.